point, sir.
Okay, sir.
Then you said we are very close to 29. That was yes, why I jumped May 29.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are going to see you and me. Are we sitting here? We are still going to see more of May 29 in Jesus' name.
Amen.
May 29 of 2050, I'm still going to be alive.
Amen.
And you too are going to be alive.
Amen.
But Buhari may not be there. Obasanjo will not be there. Babangida will not be there. Then all these rulers will not be there again. We will say things about them, their stories. But that, oh, day before yesterday, there is this, we are marking the 10th year of the death of Buhari, death of Babangida, death of Salam, death of others. That's what we're talking about Bola again.
Yes, sir.
From the onset, in the prediction 2015,
yes, sir,
they said Buhari must not pick vice president from Ogun State.
Yes, sir, I remember he said so. But
then if he should pick a vice president from Ogun State, that means we are going to have trouble. And eventually he ran into it. That's number one. Then number two, the most notorious human being in the history of Nigeria, in person of Saraki, then to manipulate and then metamorphose himself to be Senate leader. That's number 2 points. Automatically, sir. Then number 3, all the CPC members of Buhari was the people in government.
You mean they are the people in government?
Yes! Then Tinubu only waste what he was trying to avoid from Obasanjo PDP before. Now came to us again. Because when they wanted to fold up AD, Obasanjo had a closed-door meeting with Tinubu, how they can bring all the whole southern states, Benin, Edo, Ondo, bring everything under PDP. But Tinubu consulted some allied among the Yoruba. They stood back and head on to their what? To their AD. That was why we are still having this little peace now. That is why we are still having this what? This little peace. The peace is too little. So automatically, it was later. He now ran into the port of Buhari again. And Buhari himself is even more terrible than Obasanjo.
How do you mean, sir?
Because he will not talk. And he knew where he's going. If you marry a Don, you know automatically when you are hurting, he will not tell you. What is going to do? It's only his action that you will see. And any Fulani man, an Hausa man, dealing with a Yoruba man or an Igbo man or a Delta man or an Asian man, you are playing with fire.
Jesus Christ.
Because where they are going, they will not tell you. And until you see the action. Now he will tell the whole world that he's fighting corruption. He cannot fight corruption.
How do you mean?
Buhari, Babangida, dipped his hand inside the country, the national vaults. He looted and built a CBN in his house, in his 50-bedroom house in Mina. When Abu Salam was going, he repeated the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But they are not probing these two people now. And it's fighting corruption. And when you look at all the IG of police, and the new one coming in June, even the new one coming in June, is not the announcer man. Because they are not comfortable with the recruitment. Until when the new one comes, that is afraid that is an announcer man, is then they will recruit. Because that 10,000, no, yes, for sure.
Yes, sir.
That is only 3,000. That will be for the house, that will be for the Igbo, the Niger Delta, and Yoruba. So 7,000 of it is for the Almajiris. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So automatically, don't struggle, don't bother about what? About May 29. Nothing will happen. You know, they just signed the budget around first week in May.
Yes, sir.
So to do what, sir? They just signed just as a paper. You know, they have been giving you NEPA bill without giving you life.
Yes, sir.
But you are not dieting today. Leave Buhari alone. He will finish his time and go. There's only two things that can affect him: sickness or death. That is what we are praying for. If the two things permitted him to still finish the 4 years, so be it. If you never permit him, so be it. You know the law has predicted before that we cannot get the best. We are just like somebody in the University of Lagos, whom they now said the professor died. We should go and repeat our classes in primary 6. That we should go back to primary school so that we should not get out of touch. You see, it's a very big story. That's the problem, because he's using 1983 to see what is on the table. Somebody who has won an election, stay 4 months outside watching all the whole thing. And he came on board, he has nothing to do. It's a matter of who collected the Boko Haram's money, all the money they have looted, Dasuki, and these are the people he's counting. They are not the one that invited him. It was a game between him and Tinubu. Yes. And that was the reason why the two of them cannot be parley, because what they were planning or not, God never accepted. So that is it. But we are waiting for one thing, Buhari. In Psalm 90, verse 10, 11, 12, he said, 3 score years is our year plus 10. That's in 2020 into 3 places and 10. Making what? Making 70. So it's above 70. So if you said Buhari has dementia, it's not bad. If you said he's going to have procreate tomorrow, it's not bad. Because Buhari cannot stay 2 hours before computer. He didn't know what is invoked in the city, in the town. He's just there. You see, where you will know that this government has failed. The light has not stabled. Yes, sir. The roads are not in good shape. Then the 18,000 naira to be paying staff is not being finalized. Then the Senate is not settled. He said he's flying all over the whole world. He wanted to bring an entrepreneur. Who is a fool? He's a fool. If you think he's fooling us, he's a fool. How can you carry your money down to where there is no security? Anytime you are traveling from America to Nigeria, ask anybody. Just like that lady from London, everywhere. Immediately you are coming down through Murtala Mohammed Airport, you will see everywhere dark. Everywhere what? Dark. Then again, Nigeria has no respect for life. Then Nigeria did not know their left from their right. And when you see all the Nigerian millionaires abroad, they enter the public train in Camberwell, in Thamesmead, in Bristol, you see them in the public transport. A big millionaire in America, in London, they all enter the Amtrak and the train with 1 car, 2 sons, and 1 wife. But in Nigeria, when you voted, look at the chairman of Apapa local government and all these boys, immediately filling the chairmanship, they start buying houses everywhere. A young guy that is not up to 45. And then chains of concubines. And when they are going to the hotel, they go with 3 ladies that will be naked at times for them to do all sort of rubbish with our money. What we needed is, if we say we are needing God's intervention, it's a lie. We are going to fight for ourselves. And these people cannot solve the problem. If you see those people who have looted the government, Tinubu has chains of house in London and in Dubai. And when you look at all the ministers, they are all fake. They are what?
Fake, sir.
Even they didn't even trust themselves. It was that ministerial appointment that brought them together. They are not friends before. What do you expect of Audu Ogbe? When last has he held cutlass in his hand? Does Audu Ogbe have a farm?
No, sir.
I don't think he has an orchard for chicken. But he's telling us now about cassava. Telling us about everything. Then when you look at it now, look at Fashola. For somebody who wanted to travel abroad, to carry 3 briefcases on his head, going to Murtala Mohammed Airport, will it be possible?
No, sir.
Then you say you gave him 3 portfolios. What is happening? Why don't you just check and see that we need to fold our hand and be looking at this man? Because we are living with somebody who is living in a wrong address.
That's President Buhari.
Yes, sir. And then when you look at the vice president too, yes, he has no saying. Because El-Rufai is the vice president. The vice president. He's just only there as just a green button that can be used for emergency. You know what I'm saying?
You're saying
Because yes, sir.
Okay.
Because it was in annoyance they fixed him. It was the position which Tinubu himself wanted to fill before. And if Tinubu wanted to be vice president, I think he wanted to probe corruption, it would be difficult. So if you wanted to probe corruption, you want to make a change, you have to start from Tinubu and all these people. If you are telling us that he uses money to finance the APC, it's Nigerian money. It's our money. It's our money. So automatically, don't worry, don't be disturbed. Leave everything. I know one day, he said, because in the book of Ecclesiastes 5, 6, 7, Ecclesiastes 5:10, he said, when you see the poor and the rich fighting, he said, don't intercede, don't go into their middle. The controller of the two, the man that owns their heart, that holds the spirit, that has the cane, that can cane them equally, is in heaven. That is what is happening now. We didn't have the naira, the power, the jet power to fight Buhari, but by the grace of the Almighty, the truth will prevail.
Yeah.
Then to come back to your question, sir.
Yes, sir.
There is nothing too fantastic we can gain from these governments. So, but the Lord will see us.